like who you've had sex
necessarily.
with.
If you have a marriage and you never have sex with anybody but your husband and wife, you're going to be protected from all those.
Yeah, but what happens if they cheat on you?
That's a different story.
You know what
It's
I'm saying?
wrong again. Now we're crossing the line. It's wrongness.
But I mean, what happens?
Right?
What happens if it's in
stay on
between?
this side of the line, both of you?
Yeah.
Then you have no problem.
But that's the same thing with two gay people.
One person
Right?
strays.
If they're loyal to each other.
Yeah, but that doesn't normally happen.
And
there's
honestly, I'll give you that. Yeah.
Hundreds and
It doesn't.
hundreds of partners in a lifetime. I know I have family members. Okay, so I know the lifestyle. I call it the death style. It's a and there's different shades. I'm not going to paint everybody with one brush. So there are people that are promiscuous, whether they're straight or gay.
Yeah.
And either way, it's wrong. Because then you don't know how you're going to hurt another person. And that's what
happens if
my
there's
problem is.
two loyal gay people? That's what I'm saying. Do you think that's wrong? Like if they get married and they're very loyal to each other? Like I mean, I think like marriage is found in two people that love each other, and that's the whole point of marriage to me. Some people might think it's different, you know. If two people love each other, it doesn't matter who you are, you should be able to get married. You know, like it doesn't matter the sex, it doesn't matter anything. As long as you're both loyal and committed to each other, you should be married.
But again, no line. So if I want to marry my pet dog, is that okay?
If that's what you're attracted to.
So that's okay.
If that's what you're attracted to, as long as it's not, it doesn't affect me anyway, you know.
Well, how do you know that?
Because it doesn't.
How do you know?
That's,
how do you know that? Like some people, I don't know. Some people say that AIDS may have come from monkey population.
We don't know.
Yeah, we don't know. That's what I said. I said I don't know. We don't know. But that does happen. So the animal population have different biological makeups, and they can carry just like a human being can
but
carry
that's like cancer.
disease.
We don't know where cancer came from either. You know what I'm saying? Like we don't have we don't know how it started.
So anything is okay then. Your eyes.
Well, to me,
it never affects anybody else. Your behavior doesn't affect your neighbors. It doesn't affect me.
I mean, well, some people, how they are will affect other people. I mean, like before you said cannibalism, that's a lot of people look at that's wrong, which it is. You know, that should not be allowed. You know, that's just something that needs to be controlled. Like, but that's just like the saying, like viruses or diseases. You know, new things happen.
What they didn't have, we had diseases, but we didn't have AIDS when I was a kid.
No, but we had other things.
So many living that way, and once they did, all of a sudden it became a big thing, and a lot of people died. In fact, patient zero had AIDS, spread it everywhere because he was promiscuous. They call him patient zero.
See, like that should be controlled.
Well,
that should,
but that was wrong. See,
yes.
and there's a man right here in Buffalo that has infected multiple people. He was in jail. He never told them. He had unprotected sex with them.
That should be controlled.
But how do you control people's behavior?
That's where law.
How do you do that? Well, they put him in jail, and
Exactly.
when he got out, he infected more people. He did the same thing. Would you like to be the victim of that?
No, and then that's I
Somebody
think
that
something that should be
actually
looked
has
at.
AIDS, know they have AIDS, and he passes that on because they don't care. All they care about is me. And that's the human condition. And most people care about me, not ever other people. What Jesus taught and preached is that we're to love one another. And if we're in a married relationship and we step out on the other, what kind of love is that?
That's not love.
There you go. Jesus said that we're to love in deed, not in word. Everybody flaps their gums and says, I love, blah, blah,
You
blah,
still
blah,
accept
blah.
everybody, like even though, no matter what you are,
In a certain
Jesus
way,
accepts everybody.
in a certain way, but how do you accept somebody that, like Hitler? Do we accept him?
No,
Do
not
we
at all.
celebrate him?
He hurt a lot of people.
So today we're going to celebrate Pride, right? Should we when is like wife beater celebration? How about fornicating celebration?
I was just talking with President, like there's a gay pride parade, but there's not a straight pride parade.
Right.
Which
but
I think
I'm
the
not even
reason
talking straight. When is wife beater Pride? When is prostitute Pride? Should we have a prostitute pride parade? Why are we celebrating certain things. What is the problem? Well, why does it have to be celebrated down the street here? I'm not celebrating what I do in the bedroom. Why does it have to be celebrated down the street? And what's the difference between that and prostitute pride, wife beater pride, cannibal pride?
I'll tell you.
Okay.
I think the reason for it is that we're not accepted because we're attracted to the same sex. And it's not looked at as marriage. And marriage is a religion, okay, in my opinion. That's just my opinion. You know, people believe that a marriage is between a man and a woman, but I believe that marriage is between two people that love each other. Okay? And if it's not a man, if it's not a woman, people still are people and they find love in different ways. You know, that's what makes people unique. That's what makes people people. And that's my opinion on it, you know, like I don't have no disrespect for you guys, you know, everybody is entitled to their own belief, you know, which is fine, you know, but I think people should be more open-minded and be able to accept, you know, if it's a man, if it's a woman,
well, that's good, because if you here in a few minutes, you'll see people that don't accept and actually need diversity training. They'll be walking down this parade route. Those are the ones that need diversity training. Because I don't hate them. I'm not here because I hate them. Yet they will spit at me. They will grab me. They will treat me crummy. And they're the ones that are preaching diversity. And yet they're the ones that need the diversity training. Why can't they accept me just the way I am?
I accept everybody. That's
why
me.
And
why
do I come to this parade and I get shouted out? I'm just standing here on the corner, and people are flipping me the bird. They're
because they don't. They think that you.
Well, who's being the bigot then? Who's being the bigot then? They think.
But why are you guys here though? It's my question. Is why do you have to be here?
Why do I have to be here? Because I pay taxes here. I'm a resident of Buffalo.
But like, if there was, for instance, if there was a straight parade, and there was gay people, would you be offended by that?
Well, I get offended, like I said, those that preach diversity yet they don't practice it. Okay, they're like somebody that wants to speak on conservation, so he chops down a big tree, stands on the stump, and gives a speech on conservation. That's called a hypocrite. It's ridiculous. Okay?
Everybody
and like I said, but am I entitled to stand here on this sidewalk and be spit at and abused and have
Well, you're entitled to your own opinion. But sometimes.
But why? I want to know why those that preach diversity don't practice it.
I believe, and you are who you are, and that's what makes you. That's I'm me. Like, you know, everybody's different, and that's how it should be looked at. That's just plain and simple. People are unique. No matter.
See, there you go. There you go. See.
No matter what they are, you know.
But see, there's a demonstration. Listen to this. What is it? Are we standing here in the corner screaming like that? Are we using vulgar language? Did we say as people go by? What is this?
Because they think.
Why are we being abused?
They think.
Who's being abusive here? That's what I want to know. Who's being
abusive? They think by you guys having all these signs and everything that you hate gay people.
So they're bigots then.
They don't know, and that's why I come and talk. Because I want to know why you guys are here. What you know, everybody has different beliefs, and that's what makes them people. You know, and I just wanted to say, everybody's entitled to their own belief, and it should be that way. You know, like depending on what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm a gay person. You know, I feel like that's eventually I'm going to be married.
Your own sin, but
just like a man and a woman, you know what I mean? And I believe that people are people, and that's,
so this is about love. It's not about showers, none of that.
I mean, people are different. That's what they like. Some people like different things.
And then the reason for God
I believe and love is just found.
Was because their
it's not always between a man and woman.
And their sin was exceedingly wicked before God. See, that's what you're sinning against, folks.
Whoso offend one of these little ones, it were better if a millstone were hanged about his neck and he were drowned in the sea.
You weren't born that way. You weren't born